Transformers more than meets the eyes. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we're going to be reviewing this new Decepticon. And this, my friends, is Decepticon Overcharge. And so I was looking into this. Obviously, this is like a mold of Blitzwing, but it comes with the classic more army colors. It's a greenish color, and I like that because I like the green and blue. To be honest, I like these colors a lot better than Blitzwing, and the red rockets look pretty nice. So I actually do like this version just for the coloration. I just like it. Um, so I'm gonna open this one, and we're gonna test it out. I'm not gonna do a full review on this because looks like it's gonna be a pretty complicated transformer. There's 32 steps, and then another 29 steps to get it into the tank form. So I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit before we do a full review. But we're gonna unbox it, have a good look at it, see what our initial thoughts of this are. But yeah, let's have a good. I mean, even the head shape is the same as Blitzwing. It looks like. So I think if you have the Legacy one, this is pretty much a carbon copy of it. I don't know if there's much change to that. But I do like the coloration, so that's why I got this one. And I think I'm going to actually open this one versus Blitzwing because I do like the coloration more. And Blitzwing, to me, I just was never my favorite Transformer, just because of the colors. And I like purple, but I don't like the beige that came with it. And to me, this green one looks like it stands out. I like the green, and I like the silver, I like the blue head there. And apparently, and I was reading a bit, I said, where does this guy come from? He was in the show, and apparently it has something to do with Quintessons, as this was like one of their primary, I guess, mass produced army. And Blitzwing was apparently part of this army, and he rebelled, and that's where he came about. And I don't know if that was in the show or is this in a comic book, but anyways, that is apparently a brief history of where this toy came from. And I can't say I know too much about it because I never read it from the actual. I never saw it in the actual source. I just read about it to kind of figure out who is this character. So I just popped it out of the box as you just saw. We have it all hanged out there. We got these cannons on the side here, and I'm assuming these are his guns. And then we have him right there. We have a set of instructions, and yeah, it's like a map. So we're gonna definitely play around with this a little bit before we even attempt to uh, show you guys what you can do. But obviously, there's the ship, the fighter plane, and the tank. And it's nice. The fighter plane and tank, it just makes sense because they're both army. And again, Blitzwing, the colors never did it for me. They just never did. And but when I saw the green one, I said, "Oh, that looks like army to me." So let's see. Is there anything else holding this in? Nope. Looks like we got it all out. All right. So we'll have that out, and then let's see how we get these things out. Looks like we're just kind of pushing it down. So that's this rocket thing here. It looks like a giant hand, actually. It looks like it could be a giant hand. And then we'll pull that down, and then we're just gonna kind of see if we can get that out of there. All right, so we'll get the box out of here. Open up the guns here. All right, got a couple layers of wrapping on this. All right, there we are. Okay, so we got a gun here. We got something. Oh, that was protecting the shield here. Or sorry, sword here. And another gun. I think that is it. I don't feel anything else in here. I will double check that before I throw it out later, but it looks like we got a sword, two guns. And let's pull out the box again, make sure there's nothing else that looks like it comes with it. It looks like that is it. We got two guns. You got the two giant things here. And I don't see anything else. I don't know if these guns combine. They look like they combine. They must combine some way. Because he looks like he's only holding one gun. But anyways, I digress. We'll figure that out later. So he's got the two things. It looks like the guns can either attach to the side here. Yeah. And then he can just hold the sword, or he can hold one gun in one hand and the sword in the other. All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then also, if you want it super ramp up, yeah, these things do become part of his hands there, it looks like. You see in the box cover there, he has those, he flips his hands upside down, and then he can hold on to these giant missile things. And I guess it looks like his sword goes on the back. I'm not sure what he does with the other guns, but I guess it doesn't really matter if he's got some giant bazookas coming out of his hands there. So let's see. How does this work here? Now it looks like he flips his hands this way, I guess, to hold it. Oh, I see. Yes. So there is a thing right here that will attach to his hand, it looks like. I don't know exactly. I can't really see it very well. But it doesn't attach very easily, I can tell you that. And I don't know if, does it actually have to be upside down? Okay, maybe if I did it the right way, will it attach this way? Because on the box art, it looks like it's upside down. Maybe it's this way. So actually, you don't have to flip his hands around. You just have to flip it out a little bit. So they don't have to be upside down. Actually, it looks like this way actually does hold better. So let's attach his arms that way. So it looks like, yeah, he's got these giant monster things that can do some, it looks like they can do some fairly serious damage. So this is a heavy artillery combat robot for sure. Let's see what other things he can do. It looks pretty impressive. I like, as I said, the coloration looks good. I like the head. Head move, it's stiff, but it does swing 360. These things do not move, but we don't expect them to move too much. Let's see the back part. Yeah, that's where the tank is going to come out of there. It's got the Decepticon symbol. So even though he's a Quintesson, it looks like he's got the Decepticon symbol on. Let's see how his arms move. These shoulder pads do not move very well. They go up to here, but the arms do go up to here. And the joint elbow does bend quite well there. Let's go back here and bend that. It bends quite well. And does it do the splits? Let's see. Oh, the legs are locked together. Yes, they can do this. He can do the splits. Yes, he can. And he can move his legs forward. And move it back. No, it can't go further back than this. This pad is blocking it right there. So he's got good leg forward motion, so he can do a kick, but he cannot do the splits. He can't do this type of splits. He can do the other splits. So not too bad in articulation. Hip swivel is pretty good there. So I mean, my initial impression is pretty good. As I said, the mold, it looks like it's pretty much, if it's not exact copy, it's a pretty darn close to copy of the of Blitzwing's mold, I believe. Or it's got to be very simpler because I mean, transforms in the exact same thing. Whether it's the exact same way they transform, I do not know. As far as like the original Legacy toy and this one, but yeah, this is what it's going to look like in airfighter mode. And I don't know if that's an F-14 or not, but it looks pretty darn close to one. And then we got the classic tank mode down there. And so I'm going to have fun playing with Overcharge here and figuring out how to transform it for you guys. And we will try to get a video up for you guys shortly. This might take me a little bit more time to figure out. So may not be the next video, but it'll be an upcoming video on transforming this and doing a full review of Overcharge here and what my thoughts are. I do not have the original Blitzwing opened, so I do not know how to transform this one. So we'll figure it out. And I'll bring that to you. It seems pretty stiff, so I think I'm going to enjoy this transformer. I do like triple changers, and I don't know if I would love Blitzwing because, as I said, I don't love his colors at all. But this one looks like a German tank. It looks like a fighter plane, and I do love the coloration of Overcharge. So I think I'm actually going to like this more. So this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. My initial thoughts are very positive about Overcharge so far. If you currently do not own Blitzwing and do like the actual having a transformer that transforms in a tank and Airfighter. My thoughts are so far good, but if you already have Blitzwing, you're happy with Blitzwing, I don't know if you need another one that transforms exactly the same, unless you really love the colors. And I do, for me, the colors are what did it for me. This looks like a tank. So I will see you guys shortly for another video, and then eventually we will get a full review of this one as well. So thanks so much for watching. This is Chucky for Collecting for Fun, and if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and look forward to seeing our full review of Overcharge here. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.